Remember, I was pregnant, so I was running all pregnant. Hello everyone. I noticed that in my last video there was like this weird noise, white noise thing in the background, so I'm really sorry for that. My camera is a piece of shit, but I don't want to invest more in it at the time. This will have to do. I'm gonna try recording with my phone also, so let's see what that gives, but we'll see. Also, sorry that the last time my video got like cut in half. I recorded it, the battery died, so I recorded the rest of it, but then when I looked at the footage I saw that a real big part of my story was missing, so I had to do it again, and then it was out of focus and I really didn't feel like doing it another time, so sorry. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. Okay, so today I'm here for you with yet another story. Let's first start with the background. The first time that I left college, first I went studying to become a hairdresser, and then afterwards I went working for a hairdressing company. It's like a big chain of hairdressers, but they all work under the same name. They have different people working at them, obviously, because they're all around the country. I'm not gonna say which one it is. So I was working there and I was pregnant. I was pregnant with my second child, with my daughter. And this was a pretty slow day, not super busy or anything. I was washing the hair of someone, and I noticed that it was getting like a little rowdy at the checkout. And I was looking over like, what's happening, what's going on? And when I finished washing this person, I went to go see what was going on. And there were two women standing there. So my two colleagues were standing there. My boss, that is a man, that's gay by the way, but I'm not just saying that, it's kind of important to the story. And then my other colleague, who was like almost the same age as me. And I came and there were these two women standing there making a drama, and they had a $100 bill in their hand and they were waving it around like, oh, we have a $100 bill, and they wanted to buy products. So they were like, yeah, we want this and this, and they were really chaotic and like being weird. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but there's these people called Roma. I don't know how they're called in English, maybe the same, I'm not sure. But those are people that are basically not nomads, I don't know, people that travel around a lot, that don't necessarily have a fixed home. And they are kind of known for stealing and not being super honest people. I'm not generalizing, but that's the idea that goes around. I mean, the stereotype that's built around it. And so they looked like Romas. They were not dressed really nice. They had really awful hair. It matters because it was a hair salon. So they were like, oh, we want this and we want that, and they were like doing all this stuff. This camera is the worst. It just died on me again because it was full. What I was saying, so my boss was like, you know what, just take it at the price, or don't buy it at all, because this is not a market, this is a place of business. You can't negotiate around the prices. Because they were like saying, oh, we want this and that for like 50%, and then, I don't know, just being all chaotic. And then they left, and my boss was like, something's not right. I think they stole something. And I was like, no, they didn't steal anything. I was counting the products. Nothing was missing because they were really expensive products, obviously, but nothing was missing. And suddenly my other colleague says, oh my God, they took our tip jar. At the counter, we had a tip jar, a glass tip jar with like spare change, really, from all the people that paid. They gave us like tips. And at the end of the month, we divided it in between all the colleagues. The tip jar was missing, and I was like, oh my God, no, our tips. And I went running behind them. They were not so far away, but remember, I was pregnant, so I was running all pregnant, going to them, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Give back our tip jar, you know, that's not right, give it back. In the meanwhile, my boss had already followed me, and he was standing next to me, and I was like, give back the tip jar, you know, give it back, show me where it is. And it was so weird. It was like they didn't have it. They showed me their bags, they showed me everything, so it looked like they didn't have it. But I still, no, you have it, you have the tip jar, where is it, give it back. And first they started showing their bags, like, no, there's nothing in it. And then, probably to try to get us off their backs, they started showing their boobs, like, it's not here. They showed her boobs. And then they showed their vaginas. Yeah, they showed their pussies, you know. They pulled down their pants, pulled down their t-shirt again, showing their breasts. They were showing everything, like to shock us, I think, so that we would go away. One of them actually had a pad in her underwear. It was disgusting, really. And I saw that my boss was really like getting all pale and being all shocked, because remember I said it was important that he was gay. Well, he was gay, and he was like, what is happening? So they were showing all the things, and I was like, no, you're not throwing me off. I'm gonna call the police, come. And I started like slowly pushing them from the back, like, come, we're going to call the police. If you're not going to give it back, come to the store. And then finally they magically pulled out the tip jar. I don't know where they got it from. They showed me everything, and still they had it. So they gave back the tip jar. I went back to the store, so we got it back. But in what way, people? In what way? So then we come back, we start looking at it, everything is there, there's nothing missing, and there are cameras in the store. So my boss pulled out the footage of when they were in the store to see how they got it, how they took it, because it was suddenly, it was gone. It was really weird. And we looked at it, and they were so clever about it. First they started with the drama, and when they started taking the stuff, they started putting it in front of the tip jar so that we couldn't see it anymore. So they started moving the stuff towards the tip jar so that it had like a little barrier that we couldn't see through what they were doing. Yeah, that they could take it, you know. After a while, after being all dramatic, they took the tip jar. So she took it and she put it behind her back. But they didn't leave immediately, yeah? So they stayed there for another 2 minutes, having the tip jar, like being all rowdy, being all dramatic and loud. And then finally they went out with the tip jar. It was so, it was like this was nothing. They did it like it was nothing. It was so weird. So then after we had retrieved the tip jar, my boss, he was really in shock. We were standing together talking about it in like the kitchen, and he was like, oh my god, I've never seen a vagina in my life. That was horrible. And then he asked us, because the ladies, they didn't shave down there. Disclaimer, graphic. No, but really. So they were really hairy, and he was like, is it that hairy with you guys also? Because we were all females there, and we're like, no, we trim it or we shave it or whatever. It's not that gross with us. So yeah, that's the story about how I got flashed, not by one Roma, but 2 Romas. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, that money that I helped retrieve, I didn't see anything of it because I went into maternity leave and they didn't give me anything. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening to my stories. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, help it grow, and I'll see you for the next story. Bye!